Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited about today's video. So welcome, you're in for a treat. Today we'll look at a 2023 Renegade IKON. This is the pinnacle of Super C. This is the unit that people long to drive, long to see, and we have the first 2023 here in inventory. As usual, I like to start my videos from the inside out, so Jody, if you don't mind, go ahead and take her on back. Today we're looking at stock number 5N211824, and this is the floor plan 4534RQ, so 4534RQ. And today's model is just exactly what everybody, I think, would hope to find in terms of all of the luxury components and functional components in an RV. So it's a bath and a half model, and some of the nicer features that you're going to find throughout this coach are, for instance, this fully tiled shower floor with this beautiful decorative inlay. You can also see the special floor tile. Very much like the Newmar, we have this teak bench on the right hand side that folds out. Lots of room to put your soap holders or your shampoo and conditioner in with your soap holder. Also a nice little place to hang a washcloth, which I think is highly underrated right here. But then on top of it, you've got extra shower faucets coming in, so you've got a whole bunch of really, really nice residential style upgrades in this shower, as well as the wand, and then of course our fantastic rain head. So just a beautiful, beautiful look at this first shower. Now, one of the things I think is important to mention is this is a lot of really comfortable room, and at 7.5 feet tall, we have a lot of headspace here. So if you are a taller person, I'm not the tallest, so I'm not a good representation, but I'm wearing heels, and as you can see, I've got plenty of room here. Another nice feature you'll notice is that in our vanity here, we have this beautiful backlit mirror, and of course, Renegade knows how to really make things pop. I love this under cabinet lighting that you'll find throughout the coach. And you'll find we also have under slide lighting as well, and you can even change the colors, so that's pretty cool. Plenty of room here for lots of linens, all of your towels, even if you've got beach towels, bigger things. And then a really nice large drawer here to keep any of your totes. So if you want to keep your makeup organized, very easy to store system here. And then a great place to keep a few extra rolls of TP. And of course we've got our porcelain commode. And then another nice drawer here. And as you'll see, you'll have all of this dovetail construction throughout. And I know I probably don't need to make mention of that because it's what you would expect in an IKON. So again, just really great storage space here. This is the Woodstock Interior. These are solid maple cabinets. And when I say solid, I mean they're really solid. They open and close very nicely. You'll see that we have chair rail throughout the coach. So just a nice decorative touch. All of these soft walls are also just a nice decorative touch. And then in our true IKON fashion, we have these beautiful returns covered with these really classy decorative touches in the master bedroom. And new for this year, I think one thing worth really mentioning is, first and foremost, so you still have a 72 by 80 bed. And this is that, it's an iRelax. It's a really nice firm mattress, but it's got a soft pillow touch to the top of it. But you also note that you have your nightstands are not only really conveniently located a little bit closer to the window, but also there are on either side, you have two 110 outlets, and as well as a USB and a Type-C port. So both of those. And this is controlled through the Garmin multiplex system. Right here below all of your huge storage and this lovely tufted headboard, you've got a control panel here. So you can control your coach, and that's a removable control panel. So you can actually take that down and use it to turn on and off your lights. This coach also does come with a security camera system, which is really nice. You can go ahead and access that from that panel there. And then you'll see if you don't have the wherewithal to go take that from above the headboard, you've got another access panel here. And you'll find these throughout the coach. And as you can see, all of this is really, really easy to control. Like you can see where your fans are. You can also see, which lights are on because they're glowing. You can control your temperature. And then when you go back here, you can also go through and take a look and see what your black water is, your gray water, all of those things. You can see that your generator is running. It's just a very, very easy to access system. And as you go through here, you'll note that you can operate, for instance, all of your shades. And I think I wanted to do this. The hard thing with these shades is that they're so quiet, you can't even hear them. Is that going? There we go. They're really, really hard to hear. They're just really, really soft. But you've got power shades throughout the coach. And of course, one of the things that's nice about Renegade, in some of our other manufacturers, we lose windows as we get into a higher coach. So this is the highest level of Renegade manufactured, but they've kept with those windows for cross ventilation in this cab, which I think is super important. Another really great feature of this coach, you can choose different settings for this slide, but we've opted to have the full bar all the way across and behind the TV. So you have all of this closet storage that actually is behind the television. So you've got great space for things that you might not be wearing as often, but you'd still like to keep hung in your coach. Also, of course, you'll find Bose sound bars throughout the coach. You've got your 50K, your 4K smart TVs, and then really nice, very, very well labeled and petite remotes for both of those items here. This is equipped with a smart traveler system, so we've got a really nice satellite system on it. It does not come with receivers, but it is plug and play. It's also got a Wi-Fi system for you. Everything is pretty much ready to rock and roll in this IKON. And then take a look underneath here. How cool is that for a safe? Love that. And that's going to give you a little more depth than what you'll find in, for instance, the Newmar wall safes. So if you've got something that's got maybe a little more girth to it. And then really nice full extension drawers. And when I say full extension, I mean they come all the way out. Everything is soft close. And I'm really excited about this new Woodstock interior. Another feature that I really like about this coach is going to be the full-length mirror right here. So if you take a look, this is just a great place to be able to get ready in the morning. Very nice bedroom, really roomy. And when you're looking to see how you look before you walk out of your room for the day, you've got that great feature right there. Now Jody, as he's passing by here, is going to just pan over here to the right to, of course, one of my favorite features. And this is just your splendid stackable washer and dryer, but I love the fact that this is as tight as the corridor will be while you're in motion. So as much as when we bring these slides in, your bedroom will become closed and tight. You'll have the bed here. You'll still have full access to your washer and dryer. You can put your towels and sheets and all your laundry on your bed as you're going through, and then when you get home, when you get to your next destination, just go ahead and put everything away. So I really like that aspect of it. It's also really nice that they give you a great drawer just to keep all of your washer and dryer stuff, any of your dryer sheets, all right there in the center. And then take a look at how awesome this is. I love the fact that we have moved this out of our kitchen. We have all of our breaker boxes down here below, and they're right below the center control system. So this multiplex system is really awesome. I can't wait to show it to you outside, but all your boxes are right here. And what's so nice about this is you can come here to your IKON, to your home system. Oops, let's go here. RV controls. And as you can see, you can get into your power systems and see where everything is running, what's going on with your generator. You can also take a look at all of your different feeds. And if you have any issues, everything is right here in terms of your breaker box, or you'll see the multiplex system outside is also very, very accessible in this unit. Now, one thing I didn't do today is I wasn't running our air conditioner yet, because what I wanted to do, it was actually pretty chilly in here when I got in here this morning. As you can see, everything's set for 65 right now. But if I wanted to turn up the temperature and go ahead and go to auto, it's going to turn on my heat pump. And I don't know if you can hear that through my mic or not, but you can really kind of hear that heat pump turn on. And it's a little bit noisier. Now you've got the 600D Aqua Hot system on this coach, and what's so nice about this is if I want to go to Aqua Hot and run off of diesel heat, I can get my temperature up in the coach without actually hearing any of the noise from those fans. It's a very, very low, low fan that you hear coming in out of the vents down below. So I really like that aspect of this, and it's quite a difference in terms of its overall, overall sound. Now you'll note here also that we have rear floor heat and front floor heat. So really nice system, very, very easy to read. Another great feature is, of course, when you're looking at your slides, for instance, you can see where everything's working. You can see my ignition is not on. This system does require that you have the ignition on for not only the slides, but also for your leveling jacks. And as you can see, you've got all of your slide controls right here. This is a very, very easy to operate system. And then of course, here's your awning system as well. And one of the nice things about this is that you can turn on and off your systems not only through here, but you'll also see here on this control, I've got the Victron showing right now, which is just showing you all of our power. But this controller can be used to access all of the same things that I have on this panel from outside of the coach. So really, really cool system there. Again, this is the Garmin system. Lights and shades, as we mentioned earlier. So here are all of your different shade controls for the living room, the bathroom, and then all of your lights as well. And all of these are dimmable. So you can choose to actually get this set exactly the way you want it, make it really, really nice, and get it, you know, kind of set up for your home so it functions and acts the way you would like it to. I love these. Great, great storage components. Nice that they're right by this door too. So if you have anything, you know, like umbrellas or flashlights like you'd like to keep in there. And then of course we have them also up above. And if you'll notice on all of these, again, all of this really nice dovetailing in all of these soft close drawers. And of course, you know, Renegade always makes great use of the storage space above the exit door. And in this center bath, you'll see that we also have a lot of storage in here. So if you're looking to live in your coach or just stay out for extended periods of time, this is a really comfortable way to do so, especially if you're getting ready in the morning. You know, you've got a nice place you can keep your hair dryer and your flat iron. You've also got your own fan here, beautiful tile backsplash, undermount sinks once again, little place to keep your toothbrush, and then again more storage underneath. That one's, oh, that's not a door, okay? Sorry folks, I never tried to open that. That must be part of the plumbing, and that does not open. It's a faux door, but this isn't a faux door. I did like this one also. So again, tons of room up here for storage, and then again these nice porcelain toilets as you kind of grown to expect. It's interesting when you show a coach like this, you realize how spoiled you are, because a lot of these features are like, oh, that's really nice, it's just done a little bit better. But really, you know, Renegade builds such a sturdy coach. You know, this coach, the Classic, the XL, all of these big horsepower coaches are really comfortable to drive. So this is going to have a 600 horsepower engine. This is the DD16. The XL, of course, will be the DD13. It has 1,850 foot-pounds of torque, so plenty of towing capacity. And then again, just nice features. For instance, I love this fireplace. Got the remote here. It's just super simple to turn on and off. But this does put out heat for you, so all you have to do is turn it on, and you've got an electric form of heat. You've also got heat that runs off of the diesel. You've got your in-floor heating. So all of these elements allow you to keep your coach nice and warm and to temperature without having to necessarily run your heat pumps. On that note though, you do have two 3,000 watt inverters on this coach, and you also have four, not three, not two, but four 320 amp hour Dragonfly batteries. So these lithium ion batteries coupled with your 3,000 watt inverter do allow you to run, the wiring is to the central air conditioner, so you actually can run your air conditioner without running your generator in this RV, which is something that's very unique to the product and also very awesome. Another nice feature, of course, we know I love my scrubby drawers, but I love this great sink system. This is just so cool. Just roll this up to have full access. You've got a nice basin if you're doing your dishes and you want to let your silverware dry. Of course, stainless steel undermount. So beautiful, beautiful Moen faucets. And then of course, great storage overhead. And you know, one of the things that's really nice about this is if you're moving into this coach, you can really see where you could keep all of your dishes. You've got this beautiful, you know, granite inlay backsplash, lots of plug-ins for your coffee pots, lots of room up here for your like longer like baking pans and such if you'd like to make some cookies. Of course, we've got all of our Samsung appliances in this nice dark finish. And this is a microwave and convection oven both. And then I also really thought this is kind of fun. So I'm a big fan of induction cooktops, but I really like this. I always talk about how you can boil water on the burner without having the paper towel catch on fire. To keep this unit from scratching, they actually give you this nice little cover, and it's a sticky cover, so it'll keep your pots and pans in their location while you're in motion. So if you're cooking while you're driving, you can use this Kenyan system and not worry about having your pots and pans sliding around. And then of course, these are really nice cutting boards and really well placed as well. This little controller here is going to be to operate. You've got, like I said, all these lights that you can change down below. And then of course, another great full extension drawer. 3 more right here. This is a nice feature as well. We get a little sticky the first time through, but great double layers for all of your spatulas and silverware. And then wait for it, look what we have, a dishwasher. So really nice to have a dishwasher here in this very residential kitchen. I also love this. This is a really nice refrigerator freezer combo. So great top drawer storage, great freezer capacity down below, and another great freezer drawer as well. And then this is the newer Samsung. So you've got all of your, you could run your gallery of pictures. So you could actually put all of your images that you have from different trips that you've taken and have those play up here on your gallery. You can also control by app. You can make sure that your refrigerator temperature is on. It's just a really great system. As you can see, you can run Pandora here. This is just a great feature that they've added for the 2023 IKON. And then you'll note that not only do we have a lot of nice drawer storage, they make good use of this space around the ice dispenser. And yes, you did hear me correctly. That is an ice dispenser, which means you do have not only water on your door, you also have cubed ice, but most importantly, you have crushed ice. All that much easier to make a mojito. Just saying. Okay, so I skipped one cabinet door. I'm going to go back and cover that. It's right here. And of course, I love tall cabinets because you never know what you have, and these interesting shapes that they use throughout the IKON are so nice because they do give you just that residential effect. And then of course, another huge sound bar here. So Bose sound bars in both the front and rear living spaces, but lots and lots of storage here behind this television. And what's really nice about this is it's accessible not only from the right side, but also from the left side. So you can keep lots of stuff in there and have it really easy to get to. The other feature that, of course, that's really nice about this coach is depending on where everybody's sitting, you can aim that television. So maybe you're watching the news in the morning and having breakfast. You might not want to have it in front of your recliners. So a very cool system there. And then when it snaps into place, you can kind of hear that, and now you can hear it's nice and sturdy and snapped into place. So I wanted to talk about this Valentino Carrera furniture. So one of the things that's really nice about this recliner setup is you have USB chargers right here. You've also got your full extension, but I love this black leather. So take a look at how flat these get. If you want to take a little nice afternoon siesta and still be present. You can totally do that in this coach. And one of my favorite features about the IKON is the way that they make these beautifully wrapped window surrounds that feel so seamless. But then on top of it, what they do here is you have a little shelf back here. So if you want to put out like a little house plant, or maybe even if you just want to have some decorations, you've got that. And of course, these are huge windows. And again, still with that cross ventilation on both this side as well as on the far side over the dinette. Now, when we get to the dinette, again, underneath we have our two 110 outlets as well as our USB port and our Type-C port as well. Again, another one of these beautiful, very handy Garmin control centers, and then beautiful wall sconces above that. And again, these are all dimmable, so we really like that feature. There is storage underneath these compartments, and I left this in here just so I could take it out and show you how deep that is, because that is a lot of storage. That's how much storage you have underneath these compartments. So for those of you that would like to convert this into a bed, you can drop this down and then you would have a bed, and these are the two cushions. There's one on each side. But I think more importantly, you can imagine how many, I use it for laptops, any of our USB port, our plugs, extra power cables, things along those lines, all can be stowed underneath that dining area, which is really, really handy. Now again, we are going to talk about this beautiful central ducted accent here in the roof. So another beautiful, very classy. I think what's really nice about this Woodstock interior is this feels very rich. It feels very, very opulent, but it doesn't feel like overtly dressy or, kind of garish. This is a very modern, very classy, high-end decor. Now, I'm kind of struggled with whether or not I wanted to start from the inside of the cab and then work my way out. But so I think we're going to kind of do half and half today. First and foremost, we'll just go through some of the storage capacities up here. And everything is nice and easily labeled. You can see all of the components are labeled throughout the coach. And then you got your controls here for your Hwh hydraulic leveling system. So manual control, of course, we already saw that you could control that panel with the touchpad in the back as well. And this system does prefer to have the engine on to level the coach. And then, as mentioned earlier, really nice traveling system as well as Wi-Fi extender. So you've got everything that you need in terms of your communication. But one of the most important features that I found in this Cascadia chassis, first of all, great overhead storage for sunglasses. I know that sounds silly, but if you want to keep your wallet or your sunglasses in here, you can see there's a lip on this. So when you open it, it's not going to come tumbling out on top of you. But my favorite part about this is not only do I have a lip gloss mirror on the passenger side, I also have one on the driver's side. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my favorite part, but it is really important to me. I complain about it a lot. Now, I love this camera system. So one of the nicest features about this coach is that as you're driving down the road, again, everything's being run through your Garmin, so you've got complete access to your coach all through this front control panel here. But while you're driving, so when I was bringing the coach over, for instance, I had the system up and running, and it allows the passenger as well as the driver great visual. So if someone's driving down the road and focusing on what's in front of them and something's going wrong on your stacker behind you, or maybe in your tow vehicle, you've got complete visibility. A lot of times in these coaches that have such a driver-centric cockpit, you don't get to see as much as you'd like to because everything's angled towards the driver. So this is a great solution, and it's actually acting like a really large rear view camera. So even if your vision isn't the best, you'll be able to use this to see what's going on behind you. Or maybe you're just speeding because you've got 1,850 foot-pounds of torque and you can go faster than other people and you're getting pulled over. I mean, hopefully that's not the case, but Johnny Law would be large and in charge right there in the center. Okay, so power outlets. This is going to be for your stacker, your tow vehicle, whatever you're using your braking system for. Climate control. Now, Lord knows we got to have a cigarette lighter Don't ask, but hey, this is a truck chassis, right? So this is a Cascadia chassis. So this truck is driven by a lot of people who are using it for work. And then of course we'll talk about, this is of course a twin screw. So you've got, you know, dual axles in the rear. This is going to give you that kind of good grippy support if you would like to be able to pull a heavier vehicle. Parking brake is here. And then you'll notice that you have your trailer air supply as well and your trailer brake, but what you'll notice that isn't here is your transmission control. So the column transmission control is really nice. So you have auto and manual still. You still have a 3-stage engine brake, so that's off, low, medium, and high. But everything is here on your column, so you don't have to actually have that interface here. Your Allison transmission is a 4000 mH still, but it's on this column now. Another great feature that I wanted to just show while we're on the inside, these massage seats are not a joke. They actually make a noise somewhat like that of like a lot of bass. So not only are they cool looking, but they're cool sounding. Then you've got your heated seats as well, air ride seats, of course. And then you want to have armrests on both sides that are adjustable, so very important here. We are going to do a little bit more of the cockpit control, but we'll do it after we've come around from the outside. So right now, Jody, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and take her on outside. And I'm going to bring those slides in because we have not had a chance to see the beauty shot yet of this coach with all of her slides in. And I think that we've all really been looking forward to seeing this beautiful glacier paint. So I'm going to go ahead and bring those in right now. Oh, I got to turn my RV on. So one thing to note with this is that this coach does like to have the engine on, and when you pull, there we go. So you just like to have the engine on for you to operate your slides. So I'm going to go ahead and bring those in right now. Am I moving there, Jody? There we go. And this is a quad slide vehicle. And I think it's so nice they actually give you like a rollout wall, so it even looks like you have a cover here or wallpaper on the inside of the doorway when the slides are in. Uh-oh. I've got my ottoman in the way, and I want you to know this is also equipped with an ottoman. There's storage in here, but one of the most useful spaces for your ottoman is if you have guests that would like to be able to sit with you while you're watching a movie. You see how quick these go in? They're really awesome. Really quiet, really smooth. And if you want to show a picture of this, Jody, just so you can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Yeah, so now we're all in. And I think that one of the nicer features about this is, like I said, right here, if you just show, these are all the little touches that as you are, you know, getting into these higher end coaches that you really grow to appreciate. Even if you look at how beautiful this under step lighting is. So all of these step lights are really nice. And then as we go out, we'll show you underneath them, there's a great place to keep your shoes. So I really like, in my, I know it's not the same, but in my 36 VSB, we always kept, you know, our flip-flops and our slippers underneath these steps here. So this is very convenient. And of course we have our step cover as well. And then one of the nicer features as well is, as mentioned, if I want to take this outside and use this to control my RV, I can do that. Now Challenge has always made these doors for us, but take a look at this new door. How cool is that? So you can see this has got metal on the inside and not on the outside, and of course that makes the most sense because if you've got pets that you're concerned about coming out of the screen or breaking the screen, it's going to be from the inside. So we like that feature a lot. Now let's go ahead and start here from the front. So again, we mentioned earlier that this is a Detroit DD16, and this has got a lot of power under the hood, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. So she is just a beast. And then we also have all of our safety controls intact here. So you'll see that these radar systems are mounted on your steps, and you've got these really big and aggressive step covers. So these are great to be able to give you good traction while you're. And then down here on your first cabin, you'll see we have our Aqua Hot. That is a 600D Aqua Hot System. So your hydronic heat is being run by your Aqua Hot System, as is your hot water. You've got tankless hot water, of course. I'm gonna turn this off. Sorry I had to have that on in order to get those slides to run, but it's a little bit noisy. She is a beast. And on that note, I delivered a 2014 IKON this week. And you know, one of the things I'd like to say is, first of all, thank you, Fred. You are a delight to work with. But you know, we talked about some features that we really liked. For instance, these rounded corners on your slides, So these rounded corners are a huge safety feature. I can't tell you how many people bunk their heads on those sharp corners. And the way they're so flush mount, they're just built right into the coach, nicely sealed, gonna give you less wind noise. But the truth of the matter is, when Fred and I went out for a test drive on this 2014 coach, it's had 100,000 miles on it, and it's just been barely broken in. Great testament to the product. And if you look at my 2014 video and look at the interior of that coach and how it's handled over the last 8 years, it's one of the #1 reasons you'd consider an IKON. Now you'll note here that your Aqua Hot tank is very front and present. If you are below the cold line, your Aqua Hot will not work. So if you mention that you watched my video, I would be happy to give you an extra gallon, and you've got plenty of room in this bay to carry extra Aqua Hot juice with you, but that's hard to get a hold of course, while you're on the road. Now here with our Truma system, we see a lot of Dometic freezers. This is a really nice system as well. I love the fact that Renegade has given us a full extension slide, and it's also nice that they've made good use of this cabin. So this is where you've got your two 3,000 watt inverters, and as mentioned, this is on a full extension slide, so it comes all the way out past the slide, and I'll show you the inside of just one of the compartments. And then let me open the other. So with shelves, and then just deep basin. And as mentioned earlier, due to the fact that you have these two 3,000 watt inverters, you do have the capacity to run your central air conditioner without being plugged in. Avon must have opened my TV compartment. Now they're Samsung TV. I can't reach them to close them, so I'm gonna go ahead. Well, maybe Jody, can you reach it? So just so you guys know, without Jody, I would be lost, especially when it comes to outdoor televisions. I can't ever reach any of them. Go ahead and lock that up. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. I mean, how great is this? You have full vision of all of your multiplex systems, so everything that's running is run right through this compartment. And it's so cool to see how easy it is to access this coach. Everything is so simple to get to. So if you need to reset anything, if you're having diagnostic issues, everything is right here. Your AC, your DC converters are right here. Up here you have your control panel. You've got 4 solar panels on this coach. I do recommend that to a lot of people, and they're higher or larger units. When you're going to that 45-foot length, it's a good idea to have an extra panel. This is just a nice door handle, having the exterior lock mechanism and then the lighted handle so that you know where the locks are, or the lights, the door is important. And then we've talked about your twin screw drive axle. So again, this is going to be running for the most part with just your drive axle, but you can engage the other set of wheels, giving you again that grip. So if you've got a big boat you're trying to pull out of the water, maybe you do a lot of trackside racing, you know, your horse tracks, or maybe even just race tracks. All of these things will give you better traction as well. And then look at this awning. This Zip-D awning is so fantastic. It is so big and absolutely beautiful. And then, as mentioned, we also have up here, you can see your security camera, and then we do have a 360 overhead camera as well on this coach. And this glacier finish is just absolutely gorgeous. I just love this glacier finish. Probably my favorite paint scheme that I've seen on the exterior of a Super C, except for the ones that I custom order, of course. But no, as a factory paint color combination, it doesn't get much better than this. And look at all of this storage. So huge storage. We have central vac hoses here on the underside. You can run your central vac outside or inside the coach, which is really nice. Some extra tile as well. And then your air chock. We took out the bigger receiver, the smaller receiver today, so as you can see, we've got a downsizer, we've got a smaller receiver, but wait till you go around the corner and take a look at this massive 30,000 pound hitch receiver. So, and this is a 40,000 pound hitch. This receiver though is so bulky, it's insane. And again, we talked about that Hwh control system, all right here, simple plug and play, very easy to use. Another security camera in the back, as well as your 360 overhead camera and backup camera. As you can see, all of your air lines are pre-wired. So this IKON really comes equipped with, it's kind of like if you could dream it, if you could put it on there, if you could max it out and have everything that you wanted, this is the coach that comes standard with all of those features. Surge protector here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off our 12.5 quiet diesel generator. This is, you know, of course, the big dog by Awning. And then, of course, you've got your power cord is power. So that's what you'd expect. It does come standard with a 50 to 30 amp converter. I would recommend, of course, running this on 50 amp, but because of that second inverter, again, you could run air conditioning on this without actually having it plugged into 50 amp, which is really nice. As usual, I love the way we do our sewage tanks in here. I love the way that they're pressure drilled into the actual finish, so you'll always be able to read what's going on. You've got your black tank wash, your gray tank dump. Everything is super, super easy to access. And then you'll see it has hose reel here. You do have a power hose reel as well. A place to keep your gravity hose, your whole house water filter, but you really don't need that because you also have a macerator system on this coach. And as you can see, you can just drop that straight through. There's a grommet to cover, easy to wash out, easy to run, easy to attach, comes with all of the different adapters you'll need to get you ready at camp. And it's got a macerator at each toilet, so it's a dual macerator system, so you don't have to worry about having plugged up water lines. Of course, all of our tanks, gray and black, are heated. Here is that Hwh Hydraulic System. Again, very clearly labeled. And it's important that these are clearly labeled because right rear, you know, you want to know where these go to. And if you're not a technician, but someone's asking you to look at something, Renegade does a great job at making sure that it's easy to diagnose. I know I mentioned earlier that we had 4 320 amp hour batteries here. So this is a ton of lithium. And then of course to the left of that you also have your chassis batteries. So you'll notice that instead of having 2, we've got 3 here. So everything on the IKON is beefier. And as I mentioned earlier, I want to go ahead and access the cab from the front here. All of your systems, so how you would actually shift and control your stalk for your transmission are right here. And then your air control for your seat is right here. Your chassis disconnect is right here. The house, of course, is at the door. But I want to hop up here. And one of the things I want to show you is when you are concerned about entering into a coach, you know, as we get older, we're not as spry as we used to be. It's really nice to know that you have an RV that's so easy. So you can see I've got really appropriate shoes for driving a semi truck. I did drive this, by the way. This is how we got it over here today. But really nice to know that you've got complete access and entry here. So as we talked about, you've got the Detroit Assurance package here. So one of the nicest aspects of having the newer Cascadia chassis is going to be that you have all of your digital controls here in the center control section. So everything that you need to be able to access your different mileage per gallon. You can take a look at your tracking, so how close you're following the car in front of you, all of your different gauges in terms of your oil and all of your diagnostics for your transmission, your oil life. So all of these things are right here in the center control panel on this Cascadia chassis. Another nice feature is that they have a little screen up here on the right that allows you to see what lights might mean if they're going off. As I mentioned earlier, I also like the fact that I have a place to do lip gloss. And I wanted to show you, so this is kind of funny. This is the front camera, but you can see, look at how clear that camera screen is. And you know, one of the things to talk about in this coach is I feel like as a consumer, when you get into something like this navigation system and you want to know how to, you know, pair your phone or set your, you know, your house as your home address, all of these things are things that we can help you with. But in speaking with Adam Wilburn, our Renegade rep today, he's also offered, if you decide to purchase this IKON from me, not only will we give you our standard, you know, very thorough instructions on how to use the entire coach, you're also welcome to come out and meet with us at the Renegade factory for a full factory tour. And we'll also have our Garmin rep for Renegade come through and give you an individualized tour, so you can actually have a hands-on class on not only how to use your dash system, but how to use the entire coach and how to use that tablet most effectively. Because as we're going through this, of course, we're going to be able to give you some instruction, but this little bad boy has the key to the world in the palm of its hands. There's so many different apps that you could use on this. And like I said, we would be more than happy not only to, you know, say, hey, you can reference your, you know, your owner's manual here on board, but we'll actually take you to the factory and allow you to drive your IKON there, do a full factory tour, and then get a full walkthrough on everything that it is to be able to operate that Garmin. So Jody, I'm gonna go ahead and honk the horn. You might want to step back, maybe get a good profile shot of this bad boy, but I mean, it's not a train horn, but I think it might be louder. So love that aspect of it. And again, we're just going to go back through, you know, of course you've got heated mirrors, power mirrors, all those things. But again, just super easy to get inside and out, or get in and out of this coach. And then again, DD16, 600 horsepower, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. Very easy to access. I know we talk about this a lot, but you know, for those of you that are looking to do service on your own vehicle, that's one of the benefits of a Super C for sure. Front engine collision, also another benefit of a Super C for sure. But honestly, it's just the drive of the IKON that really is going to seal the deal for you. So if you would like to come out and take a look at this beautiful product, please note we've got a few classics coming in as well pretty soon. I've got a bath and a half XL that is just absolutely gorgeous coming in. I've got a bunk bed model, And all of them are going to be on this wonderful Cascadia chassis. Here you can see there's another one of those radar systems with that big beefy grill. Another security camera up front, as well as a 360 camera. Chrome convex mirrors. Today you're looking at stock number 5N211824. Once again, that's 5N211824. And my name is Katie O'Neill. I would really be happy to walk you through and talk about the pluses and minuses of Super Cs and Class A's, of Icons versus XLs and Classics, and even the Verona LE or the Veronas. Just give me a call. I'm at 303-562-8659. Again, 303-562-8659. Here in sunny Frederick, Colorado. We would love to get you on the road and camping. Let us know how we can help. Thank you so much.